that we're talking about here. Take a look.
It's 30,000 pounds of pure power. Nicknamed the Bunker Buster, the GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator is the most powerful non-nuclear bomb on Earth. And right now, it may be Israel's only hope of hitting what it calls the heart of Iran's nuclear program. I'll tell you why it matters. Iran's Fordow nuclear facility, buried deep inside a mountain, is practically impenetrable. Israel's own bombs can't touch it, but the US mob, well, it was explicitly engineered to destroy deep underground weapon bunkers exactly like Fordow. So why hasn't it been used? Because the massive ordnance penetrator doesn't sit in Israeli hangars. It's American-only tech, deployed by the stealth B-2 Spirit bomber, a weapon platform that only the US controls. Israeli officials say the elimination of Fordow is non-negotiable, but dropping this bomb in a real war has never been done before. And according to US military experts, it would take not one, but two of these dropped in the exact same spot to do the job. So is America willing? Well, Trump says Iran still wants talks, but also warns it's getting very late. And if talks collapse, he says a strike could be on the table. The US military, in fact, silent in public but ready to execute if ordered. So one American bomb, one Iranian nuclear site, and one Israeli red line that could drag the United States into full-blown war. The real story isn't just this bomb, it's who pulls the trigger and what happens next.
All right. Well, to talk about it, retired Air Marshal R.G.K. Kapoor, former Air Officer Commander-in-Chief, Central Air Command, joins us on the broadcast here. Also, we have IAF Veteran Group Captain Ajay Alawa joining us on the broadcast here. Thank you so much to both of you gentlemen for being with us here on NDTV. Retired Air Marshal R.G.K. Kapoor, if I could come to you first, sir. You know, help us understand, first of all, the capabilities of this GBU-57 bunker buster bomb that we are talking about. What makes it so destructive, and also, is that something a worry for Iran at this point in time?
Yeah, good afternoon, and thanks for having me on the show. GBU-57 comes in various types. And the basic aim is to hit targets which are deeply buried. The bomb itself weighs about 30,000 pounds, which if we convert, because our viewers in India are, I think, more familiar with kilograms than with pounds. And so it is about 13,600 kilograms of weight. It is made of dense steel, and the nose is very sharp. The fact is that the bomb, once it is released, falls vertically down. And while it is falling vertically down, it accelerates to its terminal velocity when it is hitting the ground. Its velocity is more than Mach 1. And so what it does is, it is a combination of kinetic energy and the strength of the bomb and the body, which is made of highly dense steel, which allows it to penetrate. Now, when we talk about, there are two factors. One is what is the weight of the bomb, and second factor is what is the explosive. That is the explosive capability, which is going to actually cause destruction.
Okay.
Now, if we see the normal weapons that Israelis have deployed in this campaign, the explosive content is about 200 to 500 kilograms, depending on what weapon is, what caliber is, and so. What that does, it creates certain amount of explosion and destruction. Now, this weapon has the explosive content of almost 2,500 kilograms, which is about 5,342 pounds. And so, when we compare it, if we just compare in a very layman term, the difference is that one single bomb can cause destruction in one place equal to more than about 7 to 8 bombs, which are common bombs which are being deployed by the Israelis. Now, what happens is this weapon, when it penetrates, it continues to penetrate. Normally, what would happen is when a weapon like this has to penetrate through about 200 feet or 60, 70 meters of rock and granite and concrete, what happens normally, a weapon would break or disintegrate. But because it is constructed in a particular manner to withstand those forces, as it is, penetrating deep through a height of about 200 feet, it keeps it integral. And now when it identifies that there is a tunnel or an open area beneath the rock, then it has a fuse which causes the detonation and the weapon explodes. And so the destruction that this weapon would cause would be way more than any other weapon which is a non-nuclear.
And that is what Israel needs, and that is what Israel is expecting. This kind of help from US. Group Captain Ajay Lawat, if I could come to you, experts say that only the US has the conventional capacity to destroy such a site, and by conventional capacity they mean, of course, the non-nuclear GBU-57 bomb. Not even Israel has it. Israel now would certainly need the help of US to win this war.
See, most certainly, the only non-nuclear weapon that can penetrate that further down the surface of the Earth is GBU-57, which is also called MOP, Massive Ordnance Penetrator, as the Air Marshal before me has given you a certain specification of the weapon. The only country that has it is US, and in US too, the only aircraft that can carry is B-2. They have 19 of them. As reported, 5 of them have moved to Diego Garcia. So it's not just the taking the bomb to the target. The entire mission has certain complexities as well. Probably the B-2 will get airborne from Diego Garcia. They are specially modified B-2. They can carry 2 each, and the bomb can penetrate, as per the figures given, is about 200 feet. The Fordow site is 300 feet. So they will need to hit right at the same point to penetrate and to reach the centrifuges. So there are a lot of complexities. The B-2 cannot go supersonic, although it can fly till 50,000 feet. So most likely they'll fly this mission at night, using the stealth features to avoid being detected and hit. They will run a lot of risk because Iran certainly knows this strike is coming and they will be prepared for it.
We also are given to understand, as per sources, that the US is now exploring ways to strike Iran's underground nuclear targets without escalating into a full-blown war. I mean, that is their aim, sir. But do you think would America actually go ahead with this mission? This is something that's never been done before.
You see, the basic issue here is that this war started on the single objective, that is to denuclearize Iran. If Iran has to be denuclearized, having destroyed its Natanz and Isfahan facilities, which do fair amount of uranium enrichment, the biggest number of centrifuges now lie in Fordow. So till the time Fordow is the most advanced nuclear facility of Iran. Till the time this facility is not neutralized, Iran's capability of weaponizing the uranium will always be available. And so the objective of this entire war, which has gone on for now 6-7 days, will not be achieved. And so in case either Iran doesn't take a call, because if you see, President Trump had given them 2 months of time. That 2 months have gone.
Right.
So it is just a question of time that this facility will have to be neutralized to ensure that Iran does not have capability to convert uranium into weapon grade and create a nuclear bomb.
Absolutely.
That probably is unacceptable to both USA and Israel.
Absolutely. And that is why we understand US is also considering joining Israel in this war against Iran. But how soon would that happen? That, of course, remains to be seen. Well, the complexities of which we understand are still unknown. Meanwhile, thank you so